To say the least, the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise has been very inconsistent. From different gameplay formulas, different variations of Sonic, or even just different worlds entirely, the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise never seems to stay still. And there are definitely lots of pros and cons that come with what's going on here. On the pros end, it's really easy to attract a whole bunch of new fans if you have a variety of different things going on. But on the cons end, it can be overwhelmingly confusing to those who don't have a grasp on the series. Let's take the Sonic movie as an example. The movie did a great job of attracting fans, new and old, to the series. The newer fans were attracted to the movie version of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if movie Sonic and game Sonic were the exact same version of Sonic, but that is far from the truth. Now, this is just one example of the many consistencies the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise has to offer. Whether you view these inconsistencies as a good or a bad thing is entirely up to you. But in today's video, I want to take a look at a Sonic era that strayed so far from the initial series that it was even given its own name. And that series is Sonic Boom. What's going on, guys? It's SONICSTA, and in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at the entirety of the Sonic Boom franchise. Now, in this particular video, I'm going to try to be as objective as possible, meaning don't expect me to say my opinions on any of these things in the video. Before I move on, however, though, I want to ask you guys to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more Sonic the Hedgehog related videos. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's talk about Sonic Boom. Okay, so the first thing I really want to take a look at here is the original game Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Now, before we can jump into what the game actually ended up being like, let's talk about what it was going to be like, what the initial plan was for Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. The game's development began in October 2011 and was titled Project Apollo. Similar to how Sonic Boom ended up, it was focused on action and also adventure. So there's not really too much things going on that are completely different here. However, when you get to the story, that's when things begin to change. Initially, the story was supposed to focus around Sonic the Hedgehog and a younger version of Dr. Eggman. The story was supposed to focus on the Sonic and Eggman brotherhood-like relationship. However, Eggman ruined their friendship as he was messing with the past with a time travel project. Characters like Lyric and the other ancients were also supposed to play a role in this game. Not to mention, at one point in time in this game, Eggman was supposed to be a playable character. Although it wouldn't be the first time we see Eggman as a playable character, it still would have been a really cool occurrence. The game was initially supposed to be called Sonic Origins. The title makes sense as well as it deals with the origin story of Sonic the Hedgehog. But that also wouldn't be the last time we see a game that's going by the title of Sonic Origins. But nevertheless, Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric was initially going to be a game that was completely different than the end result. But even still, after these things got changed, Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric was originally supposed to also be a 4-player game. The multiplayer would have been a cooperative adventure system, all 4 players playing at the same time, controlling different characters and exploring the world of Sonic Boom. Rise of Lyric, or at the time Sonic Synergy, was supposed to be on Steam with a PlayStation and Xbox port planned for the future. However, unlike Big Red Button, Sega and Nintendo had completely different plans. In 2013, during a Nintendo Direct, Nintendo had announced that they were going to be entering an exclusive deal with Sega to have the next couple of Sonic games only on their consoles. Nintendo told Sega that they wanted Sonic Synergy exclusive to their consoles part of the deal. So it was agreed that Rise of Lyric would also be part of this deal that Sonic Lost World and other Sonic games were also a part of. However, with Sonic Synergy being a Wii U exclusive, it kind of had to change all of its gameplay. As I said before, the game was initially supposed to be a 4-player adventure game. However, it got limited to only 2 because of the Wii U's hardware. Now you might be thinking, changing a game from 4 players to 2 shouldn't be that hard of a challenge. I mean, I'm no game dev, so I really can't tell you if you're right or wrong, but regardless, there were lots of other changes that came alongside this. The simple mechanics of the game needed to be changed, the levels needed reworking, and there were so many buttons that needed to be changed for everything. In short, this game needed an overhaul, and fast. In terms of development, problems just kept coming up left and right for this team. Then of course, the TV show was announced. Yet another problem for this team. In just a few months, the team had to make sure that the game continuity stayed consistent with that in the TV show. In just a couple of months, they had to rewrite the story, change Knuckles' character, and also build an entirely new world that was different from what they initially already had. Not to mention the indescribable amount of changes that Sega and Sonic Team asked for during the development process. There's even smaller details as well. The character Cliff from Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric was originally supposed to be an inventor, but later on down the line, Azuka said that only Tails and Eggman could be inventors in this series. These small nitpicky details should tell you exactly what's going on during the development of Sonic Boom. This game would have looked completely different if the rights had not been sold to Nintendo and if Sega and Sonic Team asked for less changes. But anyway, let's take a closer look at the end result of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Now, if you don't already know, this game is notorious for being one of the most glitchy video games of all time. I mean, at one point in time, there was a glitch where Knuckles could do an infinite jump. All in all, the game ended up being a laughingstock amongst the Sonic community as well as the gaming community. It was poorly received and mocked to no end. After doing my research, the least I can say is I kind of feel bad for these developers. It's clear to me now that they had so many ideas in place that they really wanted to have implemented. None of them had even planned on making a game for the Nintendo Wii U. And overall, this was the underlying factor which really made this game choppy and not well received. But I think that's all I'm really going to say about the game Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. So now let's move on and talk a bit about Shattered Crystal. Now this game has a little bit less history than Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, and by that I mean I don't think the development process was quite as grueling. Now initially, Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal was supposed to serve as a port for Rise of Lyric. This game was also supposed to be made by the same people who made Rise of Lyric, the people at Big Red Button. However, it ended up being outsourced to the people at Sanzaro Games. And this happened for good reason. I can only imagine that the people at Big Red Button were overwhelmed with the numerous amounts of changes they had to make on the game Rise of Lyric. But either way, the goal of this game as well as Rise of Lyric was to capture the attention of the Western audiences. These games initially weren't even supposed to be released in Japan. Sega of America's marketing director Markello Churchill even explained that the franchise was not designed to replace modern Sonic. This Sonic, being very different in tone and art direction, was supposed to serve as an eye-catch for Western audiences. In this fashion, he can be compared to that in the Sonic movie. While both being under the name Sonic the Hedgehog, they serve completely different purposes. The Sonic we see in the video games is supposed to serve the longtime or core fans. And then of course the Sonic that we see in the movies and cartoons is supposed to attract the newer fans. But either way, that's all you really need to know about Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal. With that being said, let's move on to talk about Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. Now this game only came out about a year after the game Shattered Crystal. With this game, Sonic Team as well as Sanzaro Games planned on capitalizing everything they did right in Shattered Crystal and also fixing what they had did wrong in that game as well. One of their most notable changes is that the levels are a lot shorter than they once were in Shattered Crystal. Fire and Ice kind of threw away the exploration gameplay that Shattered Crystal and Rise of Lyric once lived by. Due to Shattered Crystal being financially and critically more successful than Rise of Lyric, Fire and Ice was only released on the 3DS. Not to mention, unlike the other two games, Fire and Ice followed more closely to the animated series. The game was initially supposed to release in fall of 2015, but was later delayed to 2016, that way it could be a 25th anniversary title. The last game that I'm going to be talking about here in this video is Sonic Dash 2 Sonic Boom. Aside from it featuring the Sonic Boom universe as well as its characters, it's not too different from the original Sonic Dash. Although it did just have an update recently that featured Vector being in the game. And while that shouldn't be a big deal, this game doesn't get updated all that frequently. I mean, a little while ago we even found out that Sonic Boom initially was going to have no future in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. So to see it get uploaded not too long after that statement is just kind of odd to say the least. But either way, let's talk a bit about the Sonic Boom merchandise. Sonic Boom had a lot of merchandise pieces, but the one I've primarily seen are the toys made by Tomy. Now Tomy's toy line was very simple and very brief. The characters we got were Sonic, Amy, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Metal Sonic, Eggman, Orbot, and Cubot, as well as Burnbot. Tomy also released a couple of sets as well. But in the end, the Sonic Boom line did not last very long. Later on down the line, Sega would give over the main Sonic the Hedgehog video game license to Tomy as well. They created many characters with these, and a lot of them ended up actually being unreleased. Characters like Eggman, Shadow, and Amy will never see the light of day. However, we did get first-time characters like Infinite and Zavok. And the last bit of merchandise I have here to talk about today is the Sonic Boom comics. These were also made by the same people who made the original Sonic the Hedgehog comics. The first issue was released on October 29, 2014, and every comic after came out about every 5 weeks. But anyway, let's move on to the final segment, and that is the Sonic Boom TV show. This 2-season TV show is regarded as one of the best, if not the best, thing to come out of the entirety of Sonic Boom. Airing on November 8, 2014, Sonic Boom was putting an emphasis on a smaller cast. Characters like Silver and Blaze and pretty much any other Sonic character you can think of was completely cut from this show. Initially, the TV show began on Cartoon Network but was later switched to Boomerang. When this happened, Sonic Boom lost a lot of viewership. The show was targeted towards people of a younger age, and to have it come out at 6 AM on a Saturday wasn't ideal for anybody. This likely played a big role to why this show didn't get a 3rd season and also why Sonic Prime will only be on Netflix. But either way, the show focused a lot on the daily lives of the characters as well as putting an emphasis on comedy. And honestly, this direction really ended up working for them. It's even viewed as one of the highest scoring Sonic TV shows on IMDb. With the TV show being the best reviewed thing out of all of Sonic Boom's outings, it's likely we'll never see it again. Sonic Boom is regarded as a dark phase in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, and sadly that's probably all it will ever be remembered for. But if you enjoyed any of these Sonic Boom related things, more power to you. But that is all I'm going to say about Sonic Boom. What's going on, guys? Thank you all so much for sticking around to the end of the video. But now I want to hear from you. What are all of your thoughts on Sonic Boom? I know there are plenty of people out there who really do enjoy Sonic Boom, and honestly, I'm one of the people who enjoyed the TV show. Personally, I definitely recommend you give it a watch. But anyway, if you like this video, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Again, it really helps me and my channel out a ton. Also, make sure to turn on that post notifications bell, that way you never miss a video. One last thing before I go here is I want to take the time to shout out some of my amazing channel members. Thank you all so much for your endless support and motivation. You guys always motivate me to make the best content that I possibly can. Needless to say, without you guys, these videos wouldn't even be possible. Thank you all so much. If you want to become a member of my channel, there'll be more information in the description down below. But anyway, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and this is SONICSTA signing out. Have a blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?